Leo, this is your energy check-in love reading. We're tuning into the person on your mind or your current situation and the energy unfolding for you right now. Let's see what wants to come through. Clear messages, advice, and guidance for my Leos, please. Okay, so we have the Four of Swords, your energy. Your person showing up as the Justice card in reverse, Libran energy. They're viewing you as the Page of Wands. What you're not seeing is the Wheel of Fortune in reverse. And we have the Nine of Swords. Okay, so just remember here, Leo, that worry doesn't change an outcome. And we have the Seven of Wands in reverse. Some of you feel like this person may have pushed you away, or you may have pushed this person or this connection away in order to heal, or you're currently healing. I do still feel like you're getting attention elsewhere, but I do feel like it's this person whose attention you want. All right. Now with the Four of Swords, it's like you're circling the wagons. You're healing. Some of you may be sleeping a lot. You just might be keeping more to yourselves, a bit in hermit mode, right? And we see the Eight of Swords. Yeah, because there's something here that has you really in your head. I feel like there's something that you're not seeing, and it does feel like this may be some type of karmic situation here, or there may have been some sort of interference in this connection. But with the Eight of Swords, I do feel like, this person is kind of living rent-free in your head at this point in time. Let's see how you're viewing them. All right, you're viewing them as the Ace of Cups. So you definitely want a beginning here, a new beginning with this person. Now, it can be somebody that you were flirting with and you were hoping to have something start up here with this person. It could also be someone that you're in separation from. But I can see that, my Leos, you're really stressed about this, and either you pushed this away because you knew something was off, or you found something out, or you feel like they may have pushed you away. But what's interesting is I do feel like you're still getting attention elsewhere, but it's like you want this person's attention. Yeah, and you're viewing the relationship as the Ten of Swords. So a painful ending or negative attachments here. Your person, the Knight of Cups, Cancer, Scorpio, Pisces energy. So this is somebody who's very dreamy, very romantic. They're strategic. I do think that they're still watching you, or they're still focused on you in some way, Leo. And like I said, some of you just, you pulled the plug on this, but it's still hurtful or painful. Again, maybe something just felt off to you, or you found something out, or there was some sort of painful breakup here. But let's see. Let's go to the Oracle deck. Clear messages, advice, and guidance. Obsession. So no amount of obsessing is going to make a situation better. Find a way to let go. Yeah, and that's really that Eight of Swords energy that you're in. Find a way to let this go. And remember, worry doesn't change an outcome here. Okay? And we have bad timing. Everything will come to you at the right time. Be patient. Your time will come. So that tells me there's divine timing at play here. I'm also seeing that, that this may have been divine intervention. This may be a redirection for your protection here, Leo. All right, and we see auric field. I did get that with the Ten of Swords. I don't know if there were a lot of people involved in this situation, third-party energy, just a lot of people weighing in, giving you their opinions. But your vibe is a gift. It's time to clear your auric field and protect it. Purify and restore your energy. Yes, that's exactly where you need to be right now. Because some of you, I do feel like you may have cracks or leaks in your auric field because of whatever has happened here. And at the bottom of the deck, we see awaken love. So it's safe for you to love. Don't let fear or insecurity stop you from giving and receiving unconditional love. Okay, although you may need to take some time to heal from what's happened here. Now, with the Justice card, Libran energy, it may be that this person made a decision to move in a different direction, or they made a decision that really brought this connection to a full stop. But I do feel like they could be acting superficial or a little bit aloof right now. The Justice card, Libran energy in its shadow, can be somebody who's vain or who's more concerned with optics than, doing the right thing or doing what feels in alignment. The Seven of Swords in reverse. I feel that some sort of secrets here were revealed, Leo. Okay, and I feel like those are secrets that ended up being a bit of a deal breaker here for you. All right, and we see double Justice card in reverse. 1111 coming through, a powerful soul connection here, but I feel there's been some painful karmic lesson here attached to this. All right, and we see the Lovers in reverse, Gemini energy, so most likely having to do with the third party. So you may have found out, Leo, that they were doing you dirty. You may have felt that they were, talking to somebody else online, that there was heavy pre-cheating, there was cheating, there's an ex, whatever it might be. All right, so we see the Page of Wands. This person sees you as moving on. They see you as getting a lot of attention. Okay, they kind of feel like you're not as affected as you really are here. We see the King of Cups, Cancer, Scorpio, Pisces energy. We also have Aries, Leo, Sag with the Page of Wands. This person sees you as creative, loving, nurturing, adventurous, fun. Okay, and we see Temperance energy in reverse. They may feel like you made an impulsive decision or that you're not seeing big picture. So for example, Leo, if you were like casually dating this person and then you found out they were still on the apps or they were talking to other people or they still had some sort of relationship with their ex, a lot of my Leos, I mean, that may have been a deal breaker for you, as it would be for many people. Okay, by no means am I saying that you're wrong for the way you're feeling, but I kind of feel like this person feels like you overreacted or you reacted too quickly, like they had some sort of loophole here built in, which does not make it okay, because it does look like they were hiding something that's now out in the open. With Temperance energy, they know that you are, that this was hurtful for you, that this, that you may be in need of healing, but they kind of feel like you're doing just fine. Right, with the Page of Wands and the King of Cups, like you're not letting them see how affected you are by this. All right. They also know with Temperance energy that there may be conflict if they were to come towards you right now. Maybe you did tell this person off. And we see double Page of Wands. They still hold a torch for you. I do kind of feel with this Page of Wands energy, though, Leo, this person does feel like they could, kind of come waltzing back in. In fact, I do think you're probably going to get communication, and this person may be trying to manifest you. Be careful. If you have a history of breaking up and making up with this person, they may be assuming that that pattern is going to continue. And it's not a particularly healthy pattern. Okay, so like a difficult breakup and blocking and separation and then making up and really passionate. Obviously, couples break up and make up all the time. But if it becomes a pattern, it becomes this like dopamine burst. It becomes a trauma bond. All right, so let's see what else we need to know about this person. I'm not really loving their energy, Leo, to be honest. It does feel like they're sneaky and they're manipulative, or they have been. All right, and we see Child eternal, so determined to remain young in body, mind, and spirit, and ability to see things with fresh eyes. So this is telling me, some of you, there is vanity here associated with this person. Again, there's nothing wrong with wanting to remain young in body, mind, and spirit, but with double Justice in reverse, it does tell me this person has quite an ego, or they're quite vain, and an ability to see things with fresh eyes. They think that there can be a fresh new beginning here, because most likely there has been in the past. Okay, and we see Don Juan. Now this is showing up in the upright, which is, it spotlights your positive, seductive qualities. But the energy here, Leo, is telling me that this person is a bit of a player. They're used to getting a lot of attention. They're probably used to getting special treatment because they're pretty hot. They're pretty sexy. They're smooth. All right. They're sought after. Again, I'm getting vanity and ego off of them, Leo. All right, let's see how they're viewing you. We see Detective. Yeah, they know you know. Leo, they know you know. You have great powers of observation and intuition. You're probably extremely good at pattern recognition. You probably noticed subtle shifts in this person's behavior in the bedroom, or the way that they were grooming themselves or taking care of themselves, that something was off, all right? And they know that you have a desire to seek out the truth. They know they can't really get much past you, although I think they thought they did for a while. And we see child divine, innocence, purity, and redemption, and suggests a special connection with the divine. So this person does feel like you're spiritually connected. I do think the child eternal and child divine is a strong indication here, Leo, that this person feels like you two are really made for each other. You two are very similar. You know, you probably look really good together. But I just think that this feels like it's not or hasn't been in alignment with your morals and your values. Like this isn't honoring your integrity, Leo. And with the Wheel of Fortune in reverse, I do think what's hidden is there's some sort of karmic third party here. I also think that Spirit's showing you that this may be one of those tough karmic lessons that, you know, we really hope to not repeat, but it's really hard to let go of. Yeah, third party interference, Three of Pentacles in reverse, Four of Wands. This person, you know, there could be somebody that they kind of like an ex that they want to get back together with, or they kind of get back together with. But I just kind of feel like this is you and them make up and, you know, break up and make up energy, strong 11-11 energy. So I can see why my Leos, you're so affected by this connection. And we see the Moon energy in reverse. Now, this person may be revealing more secrets to you, or more secrets might be revealed here. We see the Nine of Swords. Now, the Nine of Swords here indicates that what you allow will continue. I feel like this is a very intense, stressful time, Leo, but I'm kind of hearing it's important to let the intensity pass. That there's a tough lesson here, okay? And I kind of feel like if you allow this person back in, or at least right now or ever, that things are just going to repeat. All right, we see the Knight of Cups energy in reverse, player energy, somebody who's not as committed as they say they are, somebody here who, you know, makes promises that they don't keep. Emperor energy in reverse, this person may be defensive or temperamental, especially when you call them out, especially when you put your intuition there on blast, and, you know, let them know what you were noticing. I'm sure many of you felt like something was off here. This is somebody who's not ready to step up and give you commitment. And we see the Knight of Wands. That's your energy. This is you being loyal. This is you being passionate. This is you keeping things sexy. This is you doing everything right here, Leo. But the World card energy in reverse, this person does feel like there's unfinished business here. And it's something that you need to really be aware of. Now, you may also feel like there's unfinished business, but I'm getting some major red flags sounding off here, Leo, about this connection and the patterns that I'm seeing, all right, with this person. It feels very karmic in nature, and I do feel like it's time for you to clear your auric field and protect it here from maybe a twin flame, soulmate connection, whatever the label you might give it. There's intensity here, and it's not easy to let go of. I know that. All right. So we see chit chats and hidden tweets. Some of you may have, this might be what you found out about this person. Some, you know, talking to somebody online, doing something here online. This person may have ghosted, okay, or maybe they disappeared for a while. I think we know why. And we see there's still a sucker for you, though. All right, and we see drinks. They may invite you out, but be careful, Leo, if this person invites you out for drinks or dinner and drinks, because it's like, then it's like, let me warm Leo up. Let me get Leo back in bed type energy, rather than, you know, like a lunch date or a coffee date where it's like, let's sit and talk about these things, you know, and not move right into the physical, because I do think this person is used to getting away with things because they are sexy, because they, you know, I feel like they're really slick, they're really smooth. I think they're also irresistible, not only to you, but to others. But I also think then, like, the real meat of what needs to be dealt with isn't dealt with, because they kind of just go towards passionate renewal rather than, like, you know, what do I need to change, or being accountable here. So I know this is one of those readings that's not a super feel-good reading, Leo, but I definitely know it's something that somebody needs to hear out there. This person is non-committal. No matter what they've said to you, they're self-absorbed, holy shit, and they're educated. They know what they're doing. And some of you, they're closed off. Some of you, this is confirmation that this person, doesn't, they're not emotionally available. But I feel like they certainly act like they are. Like, this is somebody who's very charming. This is somebody who's very attractive. This is somebody who definitely leads you and maybe even other people to believe that they're all in. But I think they're very sneaky here. Okay, so let's see what else we need to know. So we do get twin flame energy. This is a divine counterpart connection. But don't let labels keep you stuck, Leo. This is a powerful connection with really powerful lessons attached. But you don't have to be in a runner-chaser paradigm. It's not healthy. Okay, and this is just a testament to the power of this connection, and maybe even the power that you feel this person or this connection has over you. This is a destined partnership, so it's one that you were meant to experience. Go slow, take time getting to know each other. Okay, so again, I kind of feel like no matter how long you've been dealing with this person, I think when you look back, you may feel like things were rushed. You always want to be careful when somebody's moving quickly, Leo. I'm not a big proponent. I'm a big proponent of going with the flow, right? If it feels good, go for it. But at the same time, you have to be careful when somebody's rushing things, because oftentimes they kind of want you to kind of miss something about them or miss the details. And I think with this take time getting to know each other, I think you've taken your time. You've seen enough patterns. Yeah, and it's like, I kind of feel like a lot of my Leos, you kind of already know what you need to know here, and your intuition is spot on. We do see third-party interference, so confirmation here, Leo, and it's safe to make the move you're considering, so whatever that might be. All right, let's see what this person wants to say to you. What does this person want to say to my Leos? What does this person want to say to my Leos, please? I want you back. They're coming back around. Heads up. I know I was a distraction from your pain. Okay, well, I also feel like this person knows if they come back, they can distract you from your pain of this breakup, of loneliness, of whatever might be going on, because most likely they've been able to do that before. Okay, and don't beat yourselves up about that. I lost myself for a while. There's that excuse for ghosting. But I kind of feel like I want to shake my finger at this person and be like, oh, you lost yourself for a while, did you? And what were you doing? And who were you doing it with? That's the kind of energy here. So I feel like you can't give this person a pass right now, Leo, or ever, really. They feel like there's unfinished business. They're coming back around. They're probably going to have some pretty smooth excuses here. Okay. And how could you still love me after all I've done? Yep, there's regret and remorse here. This is what they may not be able to articulate to you. If I knew then what I know now, I would have made different choices. So I think if they knew that they were really going to lose you this time, they probably would have tried to, cover their tracks a little bit better. That's what I'm hearing. I don't like this person's energy, Leo, for you at all. I'm sorry. I know I'm not supposed to get into the reading like this, but I feel defensive. Like, I love my Leos out there. And it's like, and that's what I'm getting. Like, if I knew then what I know now, I would have made different choices. And what popped out of my mouth after that was, I would have covered my tracks better, because I don't think this person is going to change. And they want to know if you would reject them this time. All right. And the grass wasn't greener on the other side. Well, guess what? That's their karma. Of course, you Leos, you're going to make your own decisions about this person and about this connection. But this person is realizing that they really did fuck up here. Okay. And it's kind of like tough cookies, right? All right. Let's see what else. What are their very next actions towards you? Sun card in reverse. Okay, but this is like fake it till you make it. This is somebody coming in, bright, sunny, expansive, sexy. But be careful. What I'm hearing is you get too close to the sun, you get burned here, Leo, because they're hiding stuff still. They're still kind of faking it a little bit. Temperance energy, coming in quick. They can't hold back any longer. We saw that energy of drinks. They might reach out with a little bit of liquid courage, or they might invite you out for drinks. And even, I know some of you out there, or a lot of you out there don't even drink, but the energy is like, let me warm Leo up. Let me soften the edges here so I can get what I want, so I can get back in. Yep, they're going to come out of the woodwork, Hermit energy, and the Star card. They're hoping to heal. They're hoping to have a future with you. Faith energy, Taurus in reverse. Non-committal energy, though. I really feel strongly, Leo, this is not the person that you're meant to be in a long-term connection with, or be back in a long-term connection with. This is a real warning, okay? So let's see what the grounded response is here for my Leos. Grounded response, please, for my Leos. You don't need proof. Trust doesn't require constant confirmation, and we did see you don't need proof. I think you already have it. Your intuition already knows something is off here. All right. We see choose calm over urgency. Again, there's this energy of this person kind of wanting to rush, to kind of gloss over details. And remember, Leo, if this is not resonating with you, do check out your other signs, your sun, moon, rising, or Venus. All right. Let your ego down, but not your standards. Don't let those standards down, Leo. All right. And say what you mean. You already know what's true. Speaking it isn't about control. It's about integrity. So you need to get off your chest what you need to get off your chest here, Leo. And do not hold back. All right. And stay with what's certain. Anchor yourself in what you know to be true. Because I do see this person coming in and, deflecting. I see them, trying to maybe even blame you for certain actions that they've taken, blame other people. Stay with what's certain here. All right, my lovely Leos, sending you love and light. Take care.